you know, Midnight Gospel, you could watch Midnight Gospel like 5 times and still not take everything in. Like, it's
I
like,
have.
it's like, I mean, you could just watch it purely for the visuals one time, and then you could watch it purely just to listen to the interviews. And it's just so amazing that like Penn Ward and Duncan were able to like take these interviews and like formulate a script and a story around every single one and fit that into a giant cohesive narrative.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. It's just,
Yeah, there's like this like fractal storyboarding where you're listening over and over to this conversation and trying to figure out like where does this go visually? Where does this go with this Clancy character? Because
right.
they even break character a lot and like just say the name Duncan, you know, like and they just keep it in. They're just like it'll be trippier. It's breaking the fourth wall. Like who cares? And I mean it's a
that's cool.
I guess ambitious is a good word because it's hard. There's nothing new under the sun. For Duncan and Penn to like fusion and really make like a podcast format trippy cartoon, and the execution, like they stuck the landing, like it's really something, man. And
sure,
if I like anyone who's part of that, I'm sure you just feel like I guess pride is like a simple but really strong emotion, you know, and like this, like the you know, just again, like I was saying, something as innocuous for the viewer, let's say, no offense, like as the cat boat, you know, it's a setting, the characters are on the boat, it's still a really fucking cool thing, but it's like we're not thinking of the all the stuff that was left on the cutting room floor. We're not thinking of all the rewrites and the like something has to completely be reestablished on the animation side, and on the concept art side even, maybe just because something changed in the story side. You know, like you guys are scrambling sometimes to kind of find this like spearhead. Actually, you know, I'm curious. Like, did you have to worry about continuity? Like, it's a trippy ass cartoon, you know, like, did you have to think about this boat like in 3D sort of, or did you just kind of like next place?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of continuity that happens, even on a trippy show like this. I mean, I'm used to that because I do my own comic series, but and I've worked in animation. But yeah, like that boat, for instance. I mean, you have to work in that style. Actually, after I drew the boat about like 35 times, I went to
35 times.
I went to the background lead, Ellie. She's awesome, and I was like, "Hey, Ellie, like, is there any way like we could make this more streamlined, more efficient for the artists? Like, I'm a little worried that that like this is going to change. We're going to have to change every single background." And she was like, "Well, what if we did a 3D model?" And by the time they kind of got the approval for that potentially happening, I think I had drawn the boat like 55 times and then we were done. So
wow.
It's like,
it was a good idea. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was like, well, I really know how to draw this boat now, so great. Because I mean, if you had a 3D model, in the beginning, if you look back, if you had a 3D model from the start, you could just turn it and kind of trace it. But I mean, that's kind of cheating. But I mean,
hold on a second.
Is that a sound? That's the dogs. Sounds like that's one dog, by the way.
Oh wow!
It sounded like a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can continue what you were saying. Samuel, just jump back in. If you had the 3D model.
Yeah, like one kind of cheat we thought about was maybe if someone had made a 3D model of this boat, then we could have just like turned it and traced all these different angles for each background, because it's so precise. You know, you have to just the sheer perspective of every angle on that ship as an imagined item that has never existed in the world, and making sure that perspective is correct from every angle when you're looking over the shoulder of the fishbowl man and there's like these MC Escher-esque stairs going in every direction on the boat behind him, it's like that has to match when you're looking at the back of the boat as it's melting an ice wall with this I forget the name of the hand item.
I don't remember either.
It's something that I think came from Jesse's work, Jesse Moynihan. But yeah, so it was challenging, and I mean, everyone is so proud. Everyone is so happy with like the final product. We couldn't have done it without such an amazing team of artists and creative people. So